Shut talk, shayat, shayat, shadayap, shayat, day, shaya, shayat, shaptayo, shadayap, shut talk.
Hi, I'm Lawrence Matthews, and you're listening to freedomradio.com.
Sending everybody a Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you and you. To you. As we celebrate Jesus our Lord. Celebrate Jesus. Oh, Merry, 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 Merry Christmas. As we celebrate this joyful time. Oh, celebrate Jesus. Chosen as his mother, and Joseph as his earthly father. The wise men were traveling from afar. They were guided by the shining star to see King Jesus where he lay in a manger filled with hay. Merry Christmas. Everybody say it. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you. And you. Celebrate Jesus. We sing joy to the world. Merry Christmas. To all the little boys and girls. Merry Christmas. Oh, I may not have everything I want, but I celebrate my King, yeah. Celebrate Jesus. Oh, sing it, Dickie, yeah. You a Merry Christmas. Yeah, yeah. We wish you a Merry Christmas. Everybody everywhere. You a Merry Christmas. Ooh. We wish you a Merry Christmas. Come on, Jesus, sing it. New Year and a New Year. Come on, it's gotta be better than this year. New Year. May he enlarge your territory. Lena Bird said, Jesus, celebrate. Celebrate. Jesus, celebrate. Jesus, somebody help me. Everybody say it now. Everybody everywhere. Sending it out to everybody as we celebrate this day, celebrate the birth of Christ. I may not have everything I want, but he's been real good. Yes, he has. Oh,
What is going on, y'all? It is your man D-Toe. It is another day's journey, and I am super duper glad about it. What is happening, y'all? It's your man. Listen, I'm super excited about today's show. It is another day that we can get together, hang out, and do all the things that we do. We do it every week right here on your favorite network, Freedom Radio. And I want to welcome everyone. First of all, I'll get to the welcome in just a second. First of all, if you don't know what you're watching, if you don't know what you tuned in, let me help you out. It is that good Shop Talk. You know what it is, children. Shop Talk is that weekly show where literally no person, no subject is off limits. And for the next hour, we're going to take this incredible journey and make things happen. Now, those of you hanging out with us, you know what you got to do. If you haven't done so as of yet, get on the phone, call, text, tweet, Facebook, MySpace, Instagram, Social Cam, Periscope, Marco Polo. But you know who you got to tell? Yep, you got to tell your mama and them, Ray Ray, Shay Shay, Day Day, Delicious them, Nuck Nuck them, Pojo them. Let them all know that for the next hour, we're going to be right here on Freedom Radio doing what we do to make your day go by just a little bit better and a little bit quicker, we hope. Especially those of you who are at work, we always appreciate you all hanging out with us. Now, if you've never tuned in before, this is your first time, welcome to the show. And you're probably saying, what is Shop Talk? I'll tell you. Shop Talk is that good barber shop, that beauty shop, that coffee shop, that nail shop, and that ikononoshe. Thank you, Lord Jesus. That donut shop. I felt the Krispy Kreme spirit fall on me. That donut shop talk, y'all, where literally no person and no subject is off limits. I think you know already, but if you don't know, my name is Demetrius Tollfree, and I'm coming to you live from Freedom Radio Studio A out here in Oakland, California. Yay, yay! And we are about to make things happen. It is all to the good. Listen, I want to welcome you to the show, but I want to welcome in particular those people who are watching us on Facebook, those of you who may be watching us as well on YouTube, as well as those that have started now watching us. We've added another option in terms of video streaming, and that is on LinkedIn. We're also streaming on LinkedIn as well. And so we want to welcome those audiences as well as those who may be listening to us audibly on freedomradio.com or streaming us through the Freedom Radio app, which is downloadable on your Apple or Android devices. If you have a iPhone or an iPad or even an old school iPod Touch, of which I happen to have one right here. That's just how old I am in the Apple game. But if you have one of those devices, open up the App Store, the Blue App Store on your device. Simply search Freedom Radio, FREEDEM, and then radio, and you'll be able to download that app to your device. Or if you're one of those people in the world, I think it's about 7 to 12 of them still left. But if you're one of those people who still have an Android phone and or tablet, no worries. Open up your Google Play Store. Again, search for Freedom Radio. You'll see the icon like this up in the corner, the FDR. You'll see that icon. That's when you'll know you have the right app, FREEDEM Radio. And of course, you will have the right app to download to your device. Listen, I know you know it by now, but if you haven't done so as of yet, you can follow me on social media. Everything is at D-Tollfree. That's on Facebook. That's on Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Marco Polo, whatever it is that you use, Clubhouse. If you're on Clubhouse, the new podcasting phenomenon that a lot of people are using, I'm on there as well, all at D-Tollfree, as well as if you just need to test. If you're new to this whole digital currency thing and you need to know if you can send $1,000 to somebody, don't worry, you can test it with me. I'm on Venmo at D-Tollfree, or if you want to try me out on Cash App, $ D-Tollfree, DTOLEFREE. Send me that $1,000, and if you need me to send it back, I can. I'll send it back to you in $100 increments once per day. Anyway, y'all, let's get into today's show. We've got a lot of things to talk about. Let me give some shout outs to some people already hanging out with us. And first person to chime in today, watching us on YouTube, is the homie Cambria Mayfield. Cambria, thank you for hanging out with us. And I'm wondering, are you still laughing? Are you still giggling when I say Ray Ray, Shay Shay, Day Day, Delicious, Nim, Nuck, Nuck, Nim? Trying to figure out if you're still laughing when I do that. Anyway, another welcome and shout out to my homegirl, Kirsten Williams, hanging out in the virtual building, and she enjoyed today's opening song, which was by Lawrence Matthews, Celebrate Jesus. And I talked to Lawrence a couple of weeks ago. We were in the same place at the same time a couple of weeks ago, and I said, hey, man, you need to get your stuff on iTunes or on Apple Music. I play your stuff all the time, and people are asking me, how can I get it? Where can I find it? And he said, you know what, man? I'm going to look into it, see what we can find out and make that happen. So hopefully real soon, you'll be able to download and stream more music from one of my greatest artists in the Bay Area. I love him, Lawrence Keith Matthews, an incredible voice. Glad to have him. All right. Thanks, Kirsten, for chiming in. We've got Dee Felder. Dee, what's going on, girl? What's up? I see you. We also got hanging out with us my guy, Andrew Brian Caldwell. Andrew, I saw you at a place in Tracy yesterday, kicking up and eating. Man, you be eating stuff like you a big dude like me. You a little small fella. But you was in Tracy, I think, yesterday or the day before, kicking your feet up, and I didn't even get the invite. I know it's probably in the mail, but glad to have you hanging out with us as well. Shout out to my homegirl of over 30 plus years, Lori Fairley Green, in the virtual building. What is going on, my sister? Glad to have you hanging out with us out in Sacramento. My friend, my big bro, Pastor William Carter Jr. hanging out with us. It is all to the good. And Lady AJ, Erica Nears, is in the virtual building, and she says, good morning, Shop Talk. What up, though? And she said one of her favorite times of the week. We appreciate you saying that. That means a lot to hear that from you. Also glad to have Lady Denisha Sexton Dew in the building. Denisha, what is going on? Glad to have you hanging out as well. Shout out to one of my neighbors, as well as a constituent from my church, as well as a new traveling buddy, I guess. Gay Harris in the building. What's going on, Gay? Glad to have you hanging out as well. And chiming in on the chat is the homie out in Charlotte of the North Kakalaki, Yolanda Morant. Now, usually I'm pointing to her one way or the other. She's supposed to be sitting here next to me, but today she's joining us on the chat, and it's all to the good. Glad to have you hanging out. What up, though, to Denise Jones, who is, yes, you're representing Oaktown. You understand? That's how we do it around here. It is all good. Listen, I like all of these comments coming in. We've got Diamond Fee, my homegirl, as well as a fellow Dodge Challenger driver. She and I have now started a car club. Yeah, I know people are asking me, are you in a midlife crisis? No. Well, let me see. No, I'm not in a midlife crisis, but I did purchase a sports car over the last few weeks, and I am now in a car club. I am official, and my homegirl Diamond Fee is in here hanging out with us. Praying for you, Diamond Fee. I know you got some sick grandchildren over there, and I just want to say what up, though. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? And that we are praying with and for you. It is all to the good. My dude, my guy, what kind of show would I have without my buddy, Doc Rock, Tooketh. He is in the virtual building. It is all to the good. Yes, Cambria Mayfield says, yes, she's still laughing at me. It's all good. I'm not mad at it. Listen, want to give a shout out to Tracy J. Wilson. What up to Tracy J. Wilson? Glad to have you hanging out in the building. What's up to my friend, as well as incredible vocalist, but more so than that, she is on this weight loss journey. And Leah, you are going to have to show me what you are doing. I seen you post that you were in Sacramento over the weekend for that great choir recording. And I saw that you posted you've lost now over 100 pounds. Listen, I'm taking a moment to celebrate you because you look absolutely amazing. You're almost back to the Leah Marie that I met 25 plus years ago out in Fresno. And that Leah Marie, well, I'm going to just hush my mouth. But you're going to have to tell me, what are you doing to shed these pounds? Because as you can see, I'm a thickums. You understand me? I'm a thickums myself, and I'm trying to figure out how in the world can I go from thickums to just being thick. Holler at me. Let me know what you're doing. She says 161 pounds that she has lost. Wow. Leah, we have got to talk because you are inspiring the entire world. And we got to make that happen. What is going on to another choir member of mine? Listen, Elizabeth Belisa Pierce is in the building. And let me tell you something. This is one of my great, we call tenorettes, that when church gets to going, and she'll just break out, hey! And let me tell you something. We know at that point that we are having church. Glad to have you hanging out in the building. And Leah Marie, don't get mad at my Dodge Challenger. Don't be putting no thumbs down on me. But it's all to the good. I see you, Diamond Fee. And Yolanda Morant is saying congrats to you, Leah Marie, as well. And it is all to the good. What is up, though, to my cousin? He's my little cousin, but he's older than me. His father is my first cousin, which makes him my first cousin once removed. Anyway, he's older than me, though. So I can call him my big cousin, the Bishop Darrell Andreas Shaw, in the building out in the Dallas, Texas area. What is going on, big cuz? Glad to have you hanging out with us as well. It is you know what? Hold on, wait a minute. Didi Felder, you're a tenorette too? I did not know. Did not know that you were a tenorette. Well, you know what? It's all to the good. But Leah Marie, hey, for real, holler at me. You got my number, and when I text you, text me back. So, this is what happened with these big stars. Leah Marie has become a big star. She's, she's doing songs with all these big time people. And so now us small people here in Oakland, she responds to me occasionally. Listen, Leah, I'm going to send you a text today, and I need you to respond today. Don't do it tomorrow. Don't do it next week. I need you to respond to me today because I need to know what you're doing. I am inspired. You are making me want to figure it out. I know you're doing more than just riding the bike. Because when I go to the gym, yes, I go to the gym and mostly I drive by. But normally when I go to the gym, I'm working on my cardio. I'm doing some different things. I'm doing, the bike. I'm doing the treadmill occasionally. I'm working on my legs. I'm working on my midsection that's still swollen. I wish there was a button I could push or a spout that I could put in my stomach just to spew out all of the stuff that I don't need. But anyway, let me know, Leah Marie, and holler at me. And yes, I did. Yes, I did. Anyway, it's all to the good. I see you, big cuz. They're telling me that I'm looking well and prosperous. Now, when you say prosperous, are you saying I look swollen? I look like I've been eating groceries? Huh? Is that what you? Never mind. Anyway, it is all to the good. And listen, we have an incredible show lined up for you today. And here's what I want to do. All of us know that it is the holiday season. We've been talking about it. We've been doing all types of things, different things. Black Friday just passed and all these type of things. People have been shopping. Things is different. I know we got some Amazon people on here, some Amazon kings and queens. But listen, while you are in the shopping mood, while you're in this holiday season, you should consider stuffing someone's stockings with some items from your favorite radio station. I know what you're saying. What do you mean? Well, I could show you better than I can tell you. Why don't I take one quick minute? Y'all hang out with me for 1 minute, and let me tell you exactly what I mean. Take a look at this. I'll be right back in 60 seconds, right after this. Hey everyone, this is Demetrius Tollfree from your favorite radio show, Shop Talk, where literally no person or subject is off limits, with some great information that you want to hear. As you know, the season is starting to change from summer to fall and winter, and we don't want you to be left out in the cold. With that said, this is a perfect time for you to get your Freedom gear. We have hoodies in an array of sizes and colors, both pullover and zip up. And we recently introduced some FDR beanies that will keep your head warm as well. As an added bonus, we have added some other great items in our store, such as AirPod cases, iPhone cases, masks, wireless chargers, hats, water bottles and mugs, and of course, t-shirts. Simply go to freedomradio.com/shop or open up the Freedom Radio app on your Apple or Android device and click the FDR gear icon. Thank you so much for your continued support, and we know that freedom looks good on you. And we are back. Welcome back to Shop Talk, everyone's favorite show here on everyone's favorite network. Listen, we played that commercial. We have a lot of great things on freedomradio.com/shop. I have it right here on the screen. And one thing that's a good stocking stuffer that is inexpensive, you all, are iPod cases. As a matter of fact, I'm going to order a few of those today for some people in my life, because those are great stocking stuffers, stuff that you can put in. Pretty much everyone has iPods nowadays, and it'll be something great that you can do. So simply go to freedomradio.com/shop. You can get hoodies. You can get, of course, beanies. Now I got my beanie out in my car that I plan on wearing today, and so much more. So if you need some things to as a stocking stuffer, get you some AirPod cases. Did I say iPod? I meant AirPods. AirPod cases. We've got we've got masks. We have caps. We have beanies. What's a ton of stuff. Take you some time. Go to freedomradio.com/shop at your leisure. Purchase something, and you'll be glad that you did. All right, y'all. Listen, I do have a question. I have a question for everybody. As a matter of fact, I even want to put it on the screen. I have a question that I want to ask everybody. Now, it's something like this. I got to type it out. I got to talk it while I type it. Reminds me of a good friend of mine who says he likes to teach it while he preaches. So it's all good. I got to talk it. Let's see. Nope, that's the wrong thing. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. All right. I've got what I want to do, and let's put it on the screen. And let me ask you all this simple question. If we were to move Shop Talk, we're thinking about doing something different come next year. If we were to move Shop Talk to evenings, around 6 p.m. for those of us on the West Coast, potentially 9 p.m. for those on the East Coast, would you be able to watch it live? I need to hear from you in the chat. If we move time, same day, but if we moved it to evenings, or as my pastor says, evenings, if we move Shop Talk from daytime to evening around 6 p.m. or so, would you still be able to tune in and watch live and still be able to chime in like you do right now? Hit me up in the chat and let me know. I want to know from you. I see you, Dee Felder. Dee Felder says, yeah, she could. I see Gay Harris. I see Gay Harris chiming in saying she would. Leah Marie chimes in. She says, yes, sir, I rock with y'all all the long way. I get it. I appreciate that. Lady AJ chimes in and says, yes, she would too. Okay, this is good to know. Absolutely is the word typed in the chat by Tracy J. Wilson. All right, my big sis, Denisha Sexton Dew chimes in as well and says, yes, that she would hang out with us. Okay. Cambria Mayfield watching us on YouTube says, yeah, I'll holler at y'all in the evening time. Okay, cool. This is good to know. I see you, Pastor Toop. He says 6 p.m. He says, yeah, that would be kind of cool. That would be kind of dope. I'm not mad at you. It's all good. And Tracy J. Wilson says that I'm here anytime you're on. Now, listen. Now, that is a great statement to make, Tracy J. Wilson. That made my heart glad. Thank you for saying that. She says she can't do without her Shop Talk. I'm not mad. And Yolanda Morant says, you already have my vote. I think her vote was, yeah, I think so. But it's all good. Thank y'all for letting me know that. And I'm going to leave it up on the screen just for a couple of more seconds. If we move Shop Talk to evening, same day, but in the evening, instead of us being a morning show, we would be an evening show around 6 p.m. here for us on the West Coast, 8 p.m. Central, and 9 p.m. Eastern. Would you all still be able to tune in? And I see that everybody, you know what, Dee Felder. Oh, my God. Dee Felder says that she's so loyal that she would miss choir rehearsal to be a part of this. Dee, girl, listen, I think you missed out on your calling. I think your calling was to be a comedian because you make me laugh on the regular. You understand? It is all to the good. Well, listen, I appreciate y'all chiming in to let me know that. And I feel inspired. I feel really, really inspired, you guys. All right, we're going to keep that in mind. So we're thinking about January switching same day, but switching from a morning show to an evening show. If we decide to do it, we will give everybody a couple of weeks notice, of course, to let everybody know and do all that we can to make it happen. I got another question for y'all. Let me take a look at these comments. I got another question for y'all. Uh, Tracy J. Wilson says, "Don't start. It's too early for me to cry." You know what? I'm just telling you, Tracy, that particular statement that you made really, really got my attention. All right, before I go to my next subject, Yolanda Morant chimes in with a great option for us, and this may be some of what Leah Marie is doing. But let's take a look at what Yolanda Morant chimes in. She gives us a health tip. She says the doctor shared with her last week the best way to lose weight is to, which I think I know, drink plenty of water, which is the hardest thing on earth for me. But drink plenty of water, increase your protein, lean meats and veggies, 30-minute workout. Now, this sometimes can be a challenge too. 30-minute workout daily. Walking works. She says to cut out all the whites, bread, rice. Switch to brown if you got to have it. Also says to cut out the carbs and the sugars. And she says, well, I've lost 5 pounds. Congrats to you, Yolanda. This past week, she says she's doing everything in moderation, and that's all to the good. Shout out to my guy, Ja'Cory Proto, who I was looking for on my side this morning, but it's all good. I think he's still trying to recover and recoup from his incredible trip to Las Vegas, of which we were super glad, super proud of all of his accomplishments. We've seen so many clips and pictures of all the people that he met and hung out with and that he got a chance to rub shoulders with. And Ja'Cory, man, we just want to say congrats to you for representing not only yourself, but representing us, all of us here in the Bay Area as you took Nevada, Las Vegas in particular, by storm. It's all good. Shout out and what's up to my cousin, my big cousin, my first cousin, Linnell Johnigan, hanging out with us in Hayward, California. Glad to have you hanging out with us, man. Hey, y'all, I don't know how many of you keep up with the news. I kind of keep up with it, not really. I don't know if that sounded right. But let me ask again. How many of y'all keep up with the news? I kind of keep up with it, not really. Listen, but I do watch CNN from time to time. And one of their hosts was recently let go. Chris Cuomo was recently let go. I don't have all the details. I know it has something to do with things going on with his brother, the former governor of New York, but he got let go a few days ago from CNN. And so I've been, working on my presentation. I don't have my suit on today, but I'm wondering if CNN would possibly hire someone like me. Hey, listen, I think I could keep people's attention for the hour and do the news like he does. Now, that might be a big jump from going from Shop Talk to CNN. But listen, I've been doing this long enough. I think I got what I got, and I think I can make things happen. I'm going to put an application in. I think I'm going to reach out. Yes, I did say reach. I'm going to reach out to CNN and see if they're hiring. And I don't have to live in New York. I've seen them do the stuff in different places. I don't necessarily have to live in New York, but how great would it be to have the Demetrius Tofree show on CNN? That could be big. I could leave my other little job over here to the left, based in Silicon Valley, and be able to be on CNN. I wonder. Inquiring minds want to know. We'll figure it out, y'all. All right, y'all. Let's get ready to move into and make some things happen. I am going to get my birthdays going, and let's see who I have today. So I got to oh, it's over here now. Facebook, man, they switch things up literally every day, seems like to me. But let me do some birthdays that I see today. And I got to type it in. I got to talk it while I type it. I got some birthdays. Shout out and happy birthday to Sharon Taylor Sherman, happy birthday, 26th birthday to Brittany McClure. Happy 44th birthday to Tiffany Jeter. Happy birthday to Tammy Jackson. Happy birthday to my guy, saxophonist extraordinaire, Stave Wilson. We've been friends since the 3rd grade. And you know what? I got a short list. That is all of my list that I have. And I am glad to be able to tell them that. So those of you all who had a birthday, whether it was today, tomorrow, yesterday, this week, take some time to do what you got to do to make your birthday be the best for you. Nobody can celebrate you better than you can. So take a moment, take some time, celebrate yourself, and let's make things happen. Yeah, I see you, Tracy. She says she missed birthdays just popping up. I'm with you. It seems like every day something is different, and it's all to the good. Lady AJ says, if I happen to make it to CNN, you never know. She says, don't forget about us. No, I wouldn't forget about you. As a matter of fact, where I go, I tell you like I tell my children, where I am, where I go, there you will be also. So we'll see what happens. Again, I'm going to just see what happens and just put some feelers out. That's what happened to Steve Harvey. He got recognized by one particular person. He was minding his business, doing what he do over here. He got tapped to come host Showtime at Apollo, and the rest is history. Now he's on Family Feud, and he used to do Kids Say the Darndest Things, and all different things. So you never know, and if need be, I can color my. They may want me to be gray, but if I can color my hair black or something, it's nothing. Matter of fact, I tell you what, I can go old school. If I get the job at CNN to host the Demetrius Tophy Show on CNN in the evenings, I'm gonna go jet black on my hair and beard, and I'm gonna rock some blue contacts. There it is. I'll be ready. Yeah, jet black hair, blue contacts. I'll be clean. It's all to the good, y'all. All right, y'all. I got some more great things to share. I'm waiting for the comments to come in. I know y'all going to be having me laughing. All right, y'all. Let's get ready to move further in the show. We will... Wait, Latoya? What's wrong? Talking about laughing out loud. Please don't. What? I can't? You don't want me to go jet black with blue contacts? We'll find out. It's all good. Yes, Yolanda Moran. Really, I'm thinking about doing it. Anyway... and then Dede Felder says, on the news show, if I get on CNN as a news anchor, she says, yeah, you can play my cassette on there. Dede Felder wants me to get fired before I even get the job. Listen, it's y'all have me cracking up. All right, y'all, I do have a co-host that has just chimed in. He might be in the middle of doing Meats in the Kitchen. I don't know what the name of he's always cooking something. I don't know what he might be doing, but we might be catching him in the middle of his cooking show that will be showing up on YouTube in a few days. I'm speaking things into existence. But let's bring up my guy out. I think he's in Atlanta still. My guy and yours, the Hallelujah Morning Man himself, Demetrius Hunter. What is going on? Welcome to today's show. Man, what's going on?
Well, good morning, and hallelujah morning. It's a great day to be alive. Hallelujah. That was my Baptist version. Good morning, Freedom Radio family out there, the #1 station on the A dial-in station. Only station for the people, by the people. I'm your boy, Demetrius, here again with our great host, the man that holds it down, keeps it going, Dr. Dito Free. How are you doing today, sir?
Man, all is well, man. Glad to have you hanging out with us. And you came in at a very good time, man. We've been talking about different things, but we've talked about the fact that our friend from Fresno, Leah Marie, is on this incredible weight loss journey. She's lost 161 pounds to date, and she is literally inspiring me to get my big tail up. Get your big tail up and do something. And so I told her I'm going to text her today, and that I want to know what she's doing. And as a matter of fact, you know what? Let me do it right now, because
what is her plan? I need that plan.
Yeah, let's find. I'm about to text her right now. Hey, ma'am.
I have lost about 15 pounds.
Oh,
So
really? What you doing?
I am doing good. Well, I actually have I have a cheater way, a simpler way. So I take B12 shots 3 times a week, which speeds up your metabolism. And I
Absolutely.
get out every day. I go out twice a day and walk between a half mile to a mile because I do have a dog. So
Yes.
that kind of helps to encourage you to want to get out because she likes to go outside. Even though she's a small dog, she's not an outdoor dog, but she still likes to go out. So that's encouraging, just different things. You got to find those avenues. I'm not the person to run to the gym. I don't sign up for gyms before, and I may go for like 3 months, and then I'm sitting there getting money taken out. Then I'm like, wait, where's this money going? Why am I paying for something I use? So I end up canceling this. So I got to find the things that work for me. You know what I'm saying? To make me the miracle. Okay, I got to be my own miracle. Miracle me.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. As a matter of fact, first of all, shout out to Stacey Williams Tucker, who just chimed in saying good morning. What is going on, young lady? Glad to have you hanging out with us. And so Yolanda Morant chimes in from the library, and she asked you in particular, where can you get the B12 shots from? I've had those before too, and they do seem to work. Where are you getting them from?
Okay, well, Miss Miranda, as you all know, I did used to work for a plastic surgeon practice where I specialized in weight loss and aesthetics. I was actually the weight loss coordinator, which at that time, even when I was doing that, because I was coaching people, I found myself becoming part of the process. And even through that, I had lost like 80 something pounds. I got down to like a 33 waist. Everything was looking slimmer. Now all my clothes is, I can't fit in the right arm and the left arm. Just, and I'll be walking around like this now. you know. I'll be at church, can't they be like, hey, praise the Lord.
You know what? I cannot. I cannot.
Woo. You gotta give them a finger wave when that suit too tight. You can't lift your hand. You gotta do the finger wave.
Oh my God, I can't. Yeah, I know the story.
But I got mine from the plastic surgeon practice that I used to work for. I get them from them. I get the bow and do the instrument. But you can also just look up aesthetics, cosmetic aesthetic offices in your area. A lot of them provide the services to where you can go into the office and get them. I'm not going into the office like that. Or some of the places they do sell them. I know Goals does. I believe they used to sell them. I don't know if they still do, but there's not one, and they don't have locations in Atlanta, New York.
Gotcha.
But a lot of aesthetic clinics do sell the B12 shots now. You can purchase them, or they will administer the shot there in office for you.
I'm with you. It is all good. As a matter of fact, you were talking about walking the dog and everything. Lady AJ, who made me laugh when I saw this, she says, unless you have a lazy dog like mine who just wants to sleep and watch TV. I get it.
Now that dog need a B12 shot for real. Okay.
It's all
Get
good.
that thing
Okay,
up and moving.
y'all. Yep. Okay, cool. So listen, not only do we have Demetrius hanging, are you still in Atlanta or are you in New York right now? Where you at?
I'm in Atlanta. I work from home. I'm here in Atlanta. I'm working for. Shout out to Emory. Thank you for that 1K. I appreciate y'all.
It's all good. All right, y'all. Not only do we have Demetrius hanging out with us out in the ATL, coming in now from Hercules of California, my guy, and I'm sure he has a lot to share. But let's bring on my guy. He look like he's back.
He just got off. He just got off tour?
Yeah, he's been on tour. Yeah,
he's been on tour and stuff. He don't Leandria homie now. Be talking. We still good. We still good enough to sit with him. That's Leandria's homeboy now.
Yeah.
I just want to stay in the number. That's all. Go ahead and bring him on.
That's why he was late today, because he wanted to make a grand entrance.
He had to make a grand entrance. He probably was on the phone with Leandria, and they just got off the phone. Kick-in. So you go ahead.
All right, man. Let's pick up my guy. Finger extraordinaire. Incredible. Corey Proto, what is going on? You got to
tell lately I said hey to Corey.
You muted.
You ain't right. You just ain't right. You ain't right. But I'm eating it all up because I've been carrying silent bags for many years. So
yeah.
Oh, and my voice is gone. I sound real dying. Anyways, praise the Lord. Hi, everyone. I'm late because today I actually have to sing at the symphony. I'm singing at the Symphony. I was supposed to be opening for Yolanda Adams, but it looks like she won't be there this evening. So it's going to be the lady from that played Dorinda Clark at the in the movie. I believe her name is Shalea. So she'll be there tonight. But yeah, my Decembers get a little booked, so I'm really excited.
That's good stuff, man. I'm not mad at you, man. I saw a lot of things that happened for you over the weekend, from your attire that you posted on social media to different people that you was hanging out with, man. First of all, congrats to a successful trip to Las Vegas. And again, I saw all the things that was going on. I couldn't chime in and comment on everything that happened, but man, we were super proud of you and all the things that you did. Tell us what happened, man. How'd the whole situation go for you?
Actually, well, this whole event came to me as an open door at my father's service. I think, let me just say, you never know who you're going to come in contact with, and you never know who the open door is going to come from. Yes, the open door comes from Jesus, but he does use people. Pastor and First Lady came to my father's service, and in the midst of the service, they basically spoke about myself. They did not know my father. And they were just like, the Bay Area has been sitting on this gentleman. However, he's going to be opening up for Leandria. Many times, many people can say things and you may never see them come to fruition. So it came to fruition. Not only did I open for Leandria, but was also Tiffany Andrews. I didn't realize that I was with the son of the great T.D. Jakes, Carlton Pearson's daughter. It was just an array. I had all these little dancers. I'll have the videos in probably the next week, but I had about 50 little kids dancing all around me. I don't know if y'all know, but I'm left-handed and I can't dance. Until the spirit comes on me, then I get a little rock and I throw up a leg. But it was awesome. At the end of the day, like my brand name is Mr. Liquid Love, and that's all I want to do is love on people. So it was awesome.
That's good stuff, man. Well, and I know you didn't go by yourself. As a matter of fact, Ty McClain, my neighbor who I never see, is hanging out with us, and she says, "Tell us about the 4-hour wait for the gumbo."
She's a mess because the gumbo was good.
Corey?
Well, Ty actually was part of the team that worked. Shout out to Ty and Keisha. They took care of me, my cousin, Leek. But we did go to the Palace Station. If you ever go to Vegas, you want to go to the Palace Station. You want to have some time.
The Lord is there. Yes.
The gumbo, I don't care how long you wait. Once you get to the gumbo, oh shit.
Is they bump? Have you ever had gumbo papados from Papados?
No, it's a different situation.
Yes, it's a different type of gumbo. I've had theirs,
but it was excellent.
You about to start cooking? You about to make some gumbo, Demetrius?
I don't know how to make no gumbo. Ty McClain gonna make me some gumbo from California. I know Ty make gumbo. Okay. Shout out to Ty McClain. Let me tell y'all, Ty is a Bay Area support. Between her and Tina Carter, they're gonna make sure Bay Area get in that building. Let me tell y'all what I know. And she ain't loud with it. They're very quiet and humble how they move. They just do what needs to be done and keep it moving. They don't never look for praise and accolades. Like, I love those type of people.
Yeah. And you know what? It's amazing that you mentioned that. Let me sidebar just for a second. So tagging on to what Demetrius just said about Ty McClain, Valentino, my guy Valentino, who also
Valentino and San Jose, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Tina Carter, I am with you. They will always look out for us. As a matter of fact, I ended up at Yoshi's a couple weeks ago. I told you all that Joy Roan presents. She did. She had Anita Wilson, and last minute I bought my tickets. Ja'Cory, I thought you were.
I was there. I was in the back.
Were you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so I got there, and I forgot that free tickets were offered to me. But a couple of weeks prior, I had told everybody that professionals don't ask for discounts, and so I went ahead and bought a ticket. I got there to the event. I didn't have no assigned seat. I was just going to sit wherever I could sit because that's how Yoshi's is. Yoshi's, there is no bad seat in Yoshi's.
Right.
So I get there. First person I run into, Tina Carter. She was like, "Hey, I got your ticket." I'm like, "I bought a ticket." She almost cussed me out in Tina Carter words. She's like, "Why would I had tickets all the time?" Anyway, so I said, "No, it's no worries. It wasn't no big deal. Just bought a ticket." So we walk in. She's like, "You know what? I was going to sit at a particular booth, but you know what? I want you to sit there." And so Tina, normally she sits in the back, but she had a table up near front. And she said, you know what? Because you're here, I want you to take my seat at this particular table. I said, listen, Tina is one of the nicest people. She's always looking out for me. Ty McClain. Anytime I'm in a building and Ty McClain is there, if I thought I was going to sit in the back, I'm sitting in the front because of Ty. If I'm in a place and whether I was on program or not, if Valentino is there, they're going to always look out for me. And another person, Deshaun Little. Deshaun Little is another person that we got to throw into that category of always looking out for Bay Area people. Deshaun Little will find me in the balcony and come find me and bring me to the front of an event because he's just that type of guy. So I want to take a second and just give kudos to people like Ty McClain, Tina Carter, Valentino, Deshaun Little, all of these great people who look out for us Bay Area people, man. Shout out to y'all. We appreciate y'all, and we need more people just like you. Yes, all right. So now that I've said all that, and Ty McClain is actually hanging out with us, and she's giving us the awe. And yes, Ty, we thank you. You understand? It's all to the good. And she says absolutely, and even more. She says yes. Thank y'all for looking out for me, as well as all of these other great people in the Bay Area. You are what helped keep us in the know. You also keep us in the big picture of what's happening in gospel music. I've met so many people when Freedom Radio first started. I got a chance to interview a lot of great people because of Ty McClain. So Ty, I'll never forget you, man. I know you're my neighbor. I know I'll never see you, but we're going to do lunch on me soon. So hit me up when you got to make it happen. It's all to the good. All right, y'all. We got a little bit of time left. Demetrius and Corey, y'all came at a good time. And it's not necessarily a one has to go, but it's called Do You Remember? And we need to find out. We're getting ready to date ourselves. We're getting ready to age ourselves by asking, what did you use first? What did you use first? That is what we're going to pull up. And here are our options. What did you use first? Options are compact disc or CD, cassette, 8-track, or vinyl. What did you use first? Compact disc or CD as it's called, a cassette, 8-track, or did you use vinyl? What did you use first? I'm going to go first this time. I normally go last. I grew up in the era. First way I was able to hear music as a kid was in the car on an 8-track. My mother and father had big cars. My father had a big Buick, and my mother had a big Cadillac, sedan DeVille, and we had an 8-track. And I see you, Dee Dee Felder. She says she also grew up. The first thing she used was an 8-track. Same thing with Tracy J. Wilson. Same thing. Oh, sorry, Corey, I didn't mean to cover you up. Same thing with Deborah Shirley Piggy, as well as the Ty McClain. Also on the 8-track kick, Latoya Lewis, who must be a little bit younger, chimed in and she says first thing she used was a cassette tape. I'm not mad at you. Gay Harris, though, she said the first thing she used is vinyl. Gay, how old are you? Oh, never mind. Don't worry about it. Diamond Feet also says 8-track, but prior to that, she used vinyl. Denisha Sexton Dude says vinyl, but I remember my dad's 8-track. I'm not mad at it. Leah Marie, she said cassettes all day. Lord have mercy, y'all young. Same thing with Andrew Brian Caldwell. He chimes in and says that he started out with a cassette. Stacey Williams, however, girl, are you old enough to know about vinyl? She says that she started out with vinyl. That's the first thing she used, which means that it wasn't her. It had to have been her mama. Yolanda Morant says, I did hear music on 8-track. Wow. But she says for sure, vinyl. I hear you. So many comments are coming in. I'm going to try to keep up with them. But Demetrius, man, what's first for you? What's the first thing that you remember hearing music on? Compact disc, cassette, 8-track, or vinyl?
Vinyl.
Really?
Yeah, my father was actually a DJ at the NCO club, which was on base. He was in the military. So on the side, he would DJ. And then they would have, sometimes the days when he was a DJ, him and his best friend would have little garage parties. And my father would DJ. So we had a collection of vinyl from all time. I mean, I've heard all genres of music as far back as the '60s. If it was on vinyl, old school music. And my father still, we still have those albums still stored away, even though my father is passed and gone now. But we still have the albums stored away, from James Cleveland albums to Clark Sister albums. Like, we was a vinyl household because all we had was turntables around, and we did have some cassette things as those was coming into play, but mainly everything was a record player. So we was vinyl. I had a vinyl player in my room. My older brother had one in his room. We was vinyl.
That's big stuff, man. As a matter of fact, I remember, again, my mother had this big Cadillac with the 8-track, and the far back as I can remember, the first 8-track I remember hearing in that car was Amazing Grace from Aretha Franklin. I heard that every time I got in the car. That 8-track was in there. A little further down the line, she had an 8-track from the Winans, their very first CD that they, or whatever you want to call it, album. Their first album was on an 8-track, and we had that in the car as well. And so for a long time, those are the two things that I had to hear back and forth. She had some Inez Andrews too back in the day. I'm going way back. I'm really dating myself. But we had some Inez Andrews 8-tracks in the car as well. Man, we going way back. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Jacory's showing us what he got. He just pulled up some vinyl. So I guess that answers my question. Who is that you have in your hand?
What's funny is this is the actual vinyl album that I used to play as a kid. It is, of course, Love Alive.
Wow.
And we would wake up on a Saturday with a Nation's pan from a cheesecake. That was the tambourine. And I probably messed this album up, but it was just sitting here. That's crazy. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's big. So yeah, we also had the first Love Alive. And so yeah, I mean, so these are great 8-tracks and music that we have heard. And Dee Dee Feld is chiming in. She says, "Diamond in the back, sun rooftop." You know what? She said her daddy played the Stylistics. And to the vinyl you just brought out, Yolanda Moran says, "Whoa, wow," and I agree with you. And yes, that is one of the greatest albums ever made. Love Alive. The Hawkins, man. If you want to talk about great gospel music, they really put their imprint on gospel music, and people around the country and even around the world still play, listen, and try to mimic the sound that came from the Bay Area, from the Hawkins singers and Walter and Edwin Hawkins. So yeah, I'm with you. Great stuff. So yeah, I am with you guys. Now growing up, I further got into the whole cassette tape thing, and I messed up a couple of cassettes because I learned that you can record over them.
Right.
And once I learned that you could record over a cassette, man, I was recording over all my mama's cassettes. And I got a couple good whoopings because I think she had a particular album that was on cassette, but I was trying to make my first mixtape. Listen, you couldn't tell me nothing. I was trying to make a mixtape, and I was oh man, you really couldn't, when you was making mixtapes back in the day, you really couldn't get the sound as clear as you wanted to. So you had to bring the recorder up close to your whatever you was recording from. So I'd have to have the cassette player up close to the speaker of
so
our vinyl.
You didn't have the dual thing with the
that was later on.
And the cassette on there?
That was
later. Oh, that's when I started doing my little mixtapes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't doing. Yeah, you was trying to you was trying to streamline and set up a whole studio.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I was trying to make things happen. Yeah. Now, Deborah chimes in and says, "I remember Inez Andrews. I'm sure she's trying to say, Lord, don't move that mountain." And yes, Deborah, that was the one I'm talking about. That's the 8-track that we had in my mama's car. Don't take away my stumbling block, but lead me all around. Mm-hmm. She further say, "I don't bother nobody. I try to treat everybody the same, but every time I turn my back, they scandalize my name."
My name.
Yes. And oh, master, thank you. Hey, listen, don't y'all get me started. down that road, it is all to the good. And I see you, Lady AJ. She says, if you grew up in church, your house had at least one or two Hawkins or Winans albums. You are exactly right. We grew up on the Winans. I grew up on the Hawkins. Again, I grew up on Aretha Franklin, Inez Andrews. Not so much Mahalia Jackson. You would think that we would have had a bunch of Mahalia Jacksons, but I did not really grow up listening to her, and I didn't really hear more about her story and her in particular. Now, we did have, wait a minute, now every church did have Mahalia Jackson church fans. Now, don't y'all play. We had Mahalia Jackson church fans, and we had Martin Luther King Jr. church fans. I'm really thankful. So, and they were all sponsored by some funeral home. For most, where my little church, Good Samaritan Cathedral, our church fans were sponsored by Hudson and Fouché Funeral Home, which was around the corner from us. And every fan we had was from there, and it either had Mahalia Jackson or it had Martin Luther King. So I'm really, really dating myself today, but it's all good.
You really are.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Anyway, listen, I'm looking up at the clock. It's almost time for us to go. But before we go, I want to mention to y'all, both of you guys were kind of late coming in today. We opened up today's show with great music from Lawrence Matthews, Celebrate Jesus, from his not available online
Christmas
album. Now, I have it because I bought it when it first came out. I went on iTunes back in the day when it first came out, and now nobody can find it. Nobody. So I'm like a dinosaur here because I have it. And this is why on this particular computer, I won't go to Apple Music on this computer because I don't want to lose great music that I can't find anywhere else. So with this particular desktop I do not have Apple Music on it because I don't want to mess it up. I see you, Tracy J. Wilson. She says her grandfather went to Good Samaritan. We had his funeral there. Tracy J. Wilson, who was your grandfather? I may know your grandfather. I grew up there my entire life. Anyway, we're getting ready to go, but we're going to leave with some more great Christmas music and something else that we can't find anywhere. As a matter of fact, let me get ready to pull it up because I'm telling y'all, I got stuff that can't nobody find. All right, before we go, y'all, Jacory, I'll start with you since you're right there, man. Closing comments, final thoughts, anything happening for you this week?
Oh, well, I'll be at the symphony on tonight. Also, I just opened up an email and it says, congratulations, you have been nominated for the 2nd annual K-Sound Praise Feast Music Awards. So I'll be needing y'all help with that. I'm in the Soulful Christmas in San Francisco. That starts on the 17th, 18th, and 19th. And I'm at a ton of funerals and family events all season.
It's all good, man. We'll definitely be praying with you and for you. And where are you going to be tonight?
Tonight I'll be at the symphony with Terrence Kelly and a slew of people. Also, I have bracelets going out at the end of the week. I got some orders in, so if you need your bracelets, I'll be getting them out this week.
All good, man. We would definitely do that. And I want to put this particular comment on the screen from Deborah Shirley Piggy. She says, "Can you please keep me in prayer?" Of course, we will. She says, "I had surgery on my spine on Sunday." And yes, we do know that you are the twins, the Graybeard brothers, my brothers, Jermaine and Tremaine. We do know that you are their mom. And we're definitely going to be praying for you that the Lord would bring you through with absolute victory in just a few short days. Demetrius, any closing comments, man? Final thoughts?
God bless you all. It's been, as always, a joy to come in and fellowship with my Freedom Radio family. And I just encourage everybody and want everybody to know that greater is for you in 2022. I know we got all our little New Year's little slogans and whatever you want to call them, but I just believe in greater for everybody in 2022. And I just believe that. Bishop, Pastor Murphy spoke that word on Sunday morning. Let me tell you, I had an awesome time at Dream Center. So whenever you're in the ATL, y'all stop on by there. You ain't even got it. You just come as you are and receive a wonderful word. But I had a wonderful time with Bishop Murphy's recording last week and then following over until Sunday morning for service and fellowship with them. So God bless you all. You all be encouraged. And remember, greater is coming for you in 2022.
Good stuff, man. I appreciate that. Listen, I'm going to let that be the word of closing today. That was great. Another great show. Thank you again to all of you watching on YouTube, on Facebook, as well as those watching us on LinkedIn. Thank you for joining us. Those of you who listen to us audibly on freedomradio.com or through the Freedom Radio app, again, we thank y'all for hanging out with us. Listen, we're getting ready to rock out and leave on some music that some of you may have heard if you're from the Bay Area. I'm going way back, and that you can't find nowhere. So let's leave on some great music. Take a listen to this. I'll holler at y'all next week. We leaving on this right here. Let's go.